That's right. I'm in the studio now. And now that I'm in the studio, I can actually deliver the content that you deserve first thing in the morning here on hashtag Rise and Grind. Good morning and welcome to hashtag Rise and Grind. I am your host, Glenn Lundy. I am a husband to one, a father to seven, and the creator of what is going to be the #1 most watched morning show in the world. It is 5:30 a.m. and I hope that you are ready to rise and grind. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? Today is Wednesday, August 21st, 2019. That's right. Wednesday, August 21st, 2019. And what's crazy is today is the very first and the very last time it'll ever be Wednesday, August 21st, 2019. It is also the very first and the very last time that I will try to go live from my house with my laptop without having a backup plan. In the case that we have technical difficulties or issues this morning. For those of you that joined at 5:30 a.m. Eastern, we had quite a bit of technical issues. I wasn't able to deliver a solid show. I was not able to give you the content that you deserve first thing in the morning. So we were there, we were together. It's a family. My Rise and Grind crew made me feel good about it. Everybody was awesome, except the content was terrible and I couldn't get through what I wanted to get through. So here we are again, round 2, live. That's right. We are live at 8 a.m. Eastern at this point instead of 5:30 Eastern due to some technical difficulties, but I'm super excited to be here with you this morning. Listen, the good news is that maybe, just maybe since we had some technical issues this morning, maybe we will catch somebody new today. Maybe there is somebody new watching hashtag Rise and Grind live for the first time. Maybe there's somebody who can't watch at 5:30, can't watch at 6:30, can't watch at 7:30, but for some reason 8 a.m. just happens to be the perfect time for them to catch an episode of hashtag Rise and Grind. And maybe, just maybe, we'll be able to make an impact in their lives today. That's what I'm super excited about. That's the opportunity that comes when we have our failures, when things don't always go right. Sometimes it creates new opportunities that you never even knew existed. So I'm excited to be here with you this morning. Listen, this show, hashtag Rise and Grind, has meant many things to many people. There have been incredible relationships that have been created through hashtag Rise and Grind. I have a relationship with my good friend Whitney Wells. She's a big part of everything that we do now. She's always here. She's a big supporter. I wouldn't have known her without this show. I have relationships with Sandra Benstock-DeLolio. I have relationships with people like Danelle Delgado and Lisa Copeland and Brian Benstock. I have relationships with the Twang sisters and my man Josh O. I have all of these relationships, and I know that within the group, there have been a ton of relationships that have been developed. There are people that are connected. There are people that are now dating. There are people that they felt alone before and now they're a part of something bigger. So for a lot of people, Rise and Grind has meant relationships. That kind of showed this morning as I was having my technical difficulties and not able to really deliver a show the way that I would want to. I saw all of my friends, all of my Rise and Grind people that have developed relationships with each other. Bill Schomburg, who travels all over the place visiting people. Like, it's just incredible. Shannon Petkoski, we now have a relationship thanks to this show. My man Mike Stevens, Jeff Baker, Don Sankey. The list goes on and on of the relationships that were developed here on hashtag Rise and Grind. What's up, Al Giamarino? Now, Rise and Grind has also meant education to a lot of people. You see, we've come together here on hashtag Rise and Grind. We've done hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of episodes. And so we've been able to come together on this show and we've been able to learn. We've been able to learn things like the morning 5, the 5 things that we have to do every single day to change our lives. There's been education on what it really means to rise and grind. There's been education about our spirituality. There's been education about sales. There's been education about business. There's been education about self-help and self-development. There's been education about certain books that we read. There's been all kinds of education, financial education, you name it. We've had education about dietary stuff, things that we should eat and put in our bodies and things we shouldn't. So for a lot of people, hashtag rise and grind has meant education. What's up, Ian Matthews? How you doing, Jeff Martin? So for a lot of people, hashtag rise and grind is relationships. For a lot of people, it's daily education. For a lot of people, it's the connections that we've been able to make, connections with other businesses, with sponsors, with places like Cornerstone Church, where we just had the Grow Your Business for God's Sake event. Connections with people in the auto industry, my friends in the auto industry like Shaka Dyson and Jonathan Dawson, friends like Frank Cranitti and Frank Lopes. For a lot of people, hashtag rise and grind has meant more about connections. Now, for some people, hashtag rise and grind has been all about breakthroughs. It's been about breakthroughs in their lives. My good friend, BG Campbell, she watches hashtag rise and grind. She went from a depressed state. She went from a near suicidal state to where she changed her life. She quit smoking. She's getting in shape. She started her own business. Her and her husband have started their own careers. A lot of people have had breakthroughs on hashtag rise and grind. They've realized that they're more. They realize they're a part of something bigger. They've been able to have higher levels of success in their relationships, in their careers, with their finances, all of those different areas. So for a lot of people, hashtag rise and grind has been about breakthroughs. And for me personally, and I know a lot of people with me, hashtag rise and grind has been all about a lifestyle change. It's been all about changing the way that we start our day, changing the way that we look at the world, changing the way that we attack the world. Hashtag rise and grind has meant so many things to so many people. Relationships, education, connections, breakthroughs, lifestyle changes. My man Keith Hamilton says, this group is the reason I am getting married. How about that? And congratulations to Amy Bach. She just got married yesterday too. This group, hashtag rise and grind, and this show, hashtag rise and grind, has evolved in so many different ways. It has evolved from a show that was just a guy in a closet, in a utility closet. It evolved into a clothing line. It's evolved into a really large group of almost 30,000 people. It's evolved into a movement all across the nation. People are wearing that rise and grind cross on their chest or on their hip. They're showing it proudly. It's evolved into a movement where we have our planners and we write down our goals and we write down the things that we're thankful for. It's evolved into a movement that's impacting and affecting children. We have a lot of children that are being impacted and affected by hashtag rise and grind. It's become a brand that defines a certain mentality of a group of people that simply want to be the absolute best that they can possibly be. That's what Rise and Grind's been all about. Everybody diving in to become the absolute best versions of ourselves that we can possibly be. Because what I know and what you are learning to know is that when we are the absolute best versions of self, the best versions of ourselves that we can be, then we now have this ability to go out and make an impact on our friends, our family members, our coworkers, and everyone around us. And that impact creates this ripple effect that goes out like a wave, and it continues to impact more and more and more. And we pick homeless people off the street and we change their lives, and we take people that are fighting cancer and we change their lives, and we take organizations like Rescue One Global and we change the way that they can attack the sex trafficking epidemic all across the planet. It has become a global movement. Your actions, your dedication, you're showing up, you're hitting the share button, you're telling your friends, you're buying the gear, you're wearing the cross, you waking up every day in gratitude, you waking up every day and setting your goals, you coming in and being a part of this community, you being a part of this movement is making an impact around the world. Can you believe it? I want to tell you this morning that it has been an absolute honor to serve you for the last a little over a year and a half, since January of last year. So we're now in August, June, July, August, for the last 20 months. It has been an absolute honor to be able to serve you. It has been an absolute honor to wake up at 3:50 in the morning every single day so that I can be here with you, so that I can share my life with you. It is an honor. And I am so excited about the future of hashtag Rise and Grind. I am so excited. I am so excited that you guys continue to invite people to the group. You continue to share the show, more and more lives. Like, think about all of the stories that we have so far in 20 months. I can only imagine what the stories are going to look like 20 months from now. It has been an absolute honor. Now, what a lot of people don't know here on hashtag Rise and Grind, what many people don't know is that I actually got my start in the video world. I actually got my start with a show called In the Beginning. In the Beginning, an inspirational way to start your day. See, I had this idea, this concept, like, hey, if we could just change the way people start their day, it'll make a massive impact. And so I grabbed Brandon, my video guy, and I partnered up with Darian Sanders, who's my musician, beautiful talent, and we started producing this show called In the Beginning. We did about 27 episodes over 2 seasons. It was a full production deal, and it was incredible. And that was actually the birth of hashtag Rise and Grind, because we went from the full production, which was challenging to get me and Darian together with our busy schedules, and instead I just started going live from my closet to try to change the way people start their day. And so I'm going to share one of the episodes of In the Beginning with you today. But first, you know what we got to do, because every single show we make sure to take a little bit of time to say good morning. For those of you that know, those of you that don't know, this is the part of the show where I need you to hit that share button. That's right. I need you to hit that share button, because I believe if we can change the way people start their day, it'll make a massive impact on this planet. I truly believe that. Sometimes all it takes to change the way somebody starts their day is for you to hit that share button. What's up? Good morning, Beth Workman. This is also the part of the show where I want you to say good morning to me, and I'm going to say good morning to you. Whether you're watching live or on replay, say what's up. How you doing, Beth Workman? What's up, Mandy Thornberry? What's up, Brandon Randolph? He's up in the house. Stephen Eugene Kuhn out there in Hungary. What's up, Laura Berman? How you doing, Leslie A. Lundy? Vanessa Delgas is in the house. Angela Venters Heath and Janelle Griego, Shannon Petkoski and Scott Holbert. My man Scott Simons out there with Ed Milet and Ander Friselli. What's up, Sandra Benstock Delolio, Mary Watts Apple, and Terry Collins? How you doing, Brian Olson? We got Carissa Brook and Keith Hamilton. We got Travis Flaherty up in the house. What's up, Travis? I'll see you in a couple weeks. We got Michelle McLean, Dana Hughes, and Nathaniel Banks. Barb Carrick's in the house, and Shelby Kiefer. Everybody's watching hashtag Rise and Grind on a late day, on a late episode. What's up, Gene? So check this out. Hashtag Rise and Grind technically used to be called In the Beginning, an inspirational way to start your day. How you doing, Natalie Phillips? And so I'm going to go ahead and show you one of my favorite episodes. There is a power that exists only once and never again. The power of now. In my days growing up, I always thought tomorrow was better than today. I figured there would always be enough time. I would leave everything to the last minute. Homework assignments, studying for tests, showing up for practice. I would always push it to the limit. I did okay those days. I was a decent track star. I got above average grades. I was able to be above average in many ways, but never once did I excel at anything.
I couldn't understand it at the time, but as I fast forward to the world I live in now, running one of the largest car dealerships in the United States of America, I can look back and I can see the exact moment my life changed, and I helped lead our dealership from above average to a complete powerhouse. That change happened when I began to understand the power of now. It sounds so simple. If you have something to do, do it now. If it has your attention, then complete the task to the very end. Don't let the thought linger, don't dawdle, get it done, and get it done now. Your mind will be blown with the results, I assure you. You see, sometimes just thinking about the power of now is strong enough to change your life. When you begin to realize how many things you put off for later. Daddy, will you pick me up? Later. Honey, will you join me in bed? Later. Son, will you come to visit? Later. Mr. Lundy, can I see you for a second? Later. How is your retirement looking? Later. How much do you have invested? Later. The list goes on and on. We DVR shows for later and never watch them. We make plans to go places and never go there. We talk about writing books, promotions, making a difference, big dreams. We talk about it all, and we talk about it all happening later. My father died at 52 years old. He laid down to take a nap on a Sunday afternoon and never woke up. He was incredibly healthy. He played basketball his whole life and refereed high school games on the weekends. As far as I was concerned, him and I still had 40 years to spend together. So all of the hopes and dreams he had for me, I could fill later. When he died, I was alone. I was a criminal, a loser, a man who had made many bad choices. My father died disappointed in me. I thought we had so many more days ahead. My oldest daughter will be 18 in May. When she was 6, I decided that doing things with her later was the best idea. Instead of making her a priority, I chose to do many other things with my life. Girlfriends and parties, promises of a brighter tomorrow. Ultimately, I ended up missing out on 8 years of her life. Thank God she's back now. But at one time, I thought she would be gone forever. My youngest is now 1. It's like she was born yesterday. The days fly by in such a hurried whirlwind, it blows the mind. Days pass in minutes, months, and hours, and what I've discovered is there is only one way to slow things down. The power of now. If it needs to be done, you have to do it now. If you want to chase a dream, start now. Tell your kids you're proud of them now. Don't wait. You can't afford to wait. At work, do it now. With your wife, do it now. Call your mom right now. Tell her I said hello. Answer the client now. Get results now. Write your book now. Read that book now. Shake a hand. Call a friend. Take a note, answer a question, respond to that email, answer that text, invest in that property, start saving money, buy that house, change your life, write down your goals, take time to thank God, do it all, and do it all now. When you start to live your life with the power of now, the things that keep you awake at night will go away. They're done. You've completed the task. You called that one guy back. You took care of that squeaky wheel. Whatever it is, you took care of it and it's gone and you're free from it forevermore, all because you simply did it now. You see, my life began to change the moment I decided that if it had my attention, then I had to complete it. What ends up happening when you live that way is you start to be careful at what you allow to have your attention. Not only are you getting all the things done that need done now, but you're also keeping yourself from being distracted, which increases even more productivity. You'll find that you can get so much more out of your day if you just start doing things now. The best part about it, when you begin to use the power of now, people around you will notice. You become that guy or girl that gets it done. That guy or girl that is just so lucky all the time. You become this almost superhuman person who can complete more tasks in a day than most do in a week. You unlock a part of your mind that has been dormant and stagnant since you were a child, and instead you feel alive and connected to a world that is so much bigger than you or me or any of us. You see, the power of now will help you get more in tune with the you that God made you to be. Energy in its purest form waits for no man. Its current exists now and it always will. So do me a favor, take your finger and share this video. Go ahead, do it now. Share it with your friends and family members, and then commit to being the type of person that lives by the power of now. You will never look back. Take my word for it.
I'm just saying that word is powerful. Take what Glenn told you and run with it. Fully run with it. Take action now. Be present now. Grab today and this week by the horns and run with it. Run now. So I'll leave you with the words spoken by John to the church in 1 John 3:18 and 19. Dear children, let's not merely say we love each other. Let us show the truth by our actions. Our actions will show that we belong to the truth. So with that power, go now.
Man, those were so fun. We had so much fun recording episodes of In the Beginning. You can go to my YouTube page. If you go to youtube.com/Glenn Lundy, if you go to the YouTube page, you'll be able to see that we have all of those episodes that we did of In the Beginning. Those are all up there. Make sure that you subscribe. Every time we post a video, you'll be able to find that. But listen, we learned many lessons. We've learned many lessons, but this one we cannot forget. I need you to do it now. There's no time to waste. Like, your life has a story to tell. Do you understand? Your life has a story to tell, and I need you to tell it. When you live out your story, when that story gets out, the story that was uniquely created for you, it's going to make an impact on everyone around you. See, people around the world right now are starting to see what's really going on. I don't know if you've realized this or not, but people are starting to really see. Like, we're starting to understand now that we're all connecting and there's internet and there's communication, people are starting to see that things like propaganda really exist. People are starting to see, my friend Nicole Arbor posted that Jay Shetty is a fraud. People are starting to see like that aliens most likely exist. Right? You're watching all of this stuff. Like, people are starting to see that there's been government cover-ups. People are starting to see that there's a big world out there. There's all kinds of things that are going on. And I believe that we are starting to wake up. I believe that we are starting to wake up and we're realizing, like, it's almost like coming out of the Matrix, right? That movie, The Matrix. Like, I feel like we're waking up and we're starting to realize that we all have so much more. We all have so much more ability and so much more responsibility, that our lives actually have meaning and have value and have impact. We're starting to see it as there's mass shootings out there. We're starting to question ourselves. We're starting to question humanity. We're going, wait a minute, we're made for more. And see, in order for us to put all the pieces of the puzzle together, it's important, it is a requirement that your piece, that your story be told. The piece that was given to you, the gift that you've received, we need you as a community, humanity, as a species. We need you to contribute your part. I need you to be the absolute best version of yourself that you can possibly be. So don't miss out. Don't miss out on your opportunity to change the world. Because see, you, my friend, are a child of God. Uniquely made by the God of the universe to be the absolute best version of yourself that you can possibly be. Best, not average, above average, a little bit below average, but the absolute best version of yourself that you can possibly be. And I know you're starting to make good decisions. You're watching #RiseAndGrind. You're inviting people to the group. You're hitting that share button. You're wearing the shirt. You're doing your gratitude list. You're doing your goals. You're smiling at people. You're connecting with people. I know you're doing these things, and I don't want you to stop. And I don't want you to take it lightly, because these decisions that you are making an impact. They're making an impact on your friends, on your family members, on your coworkers, and they've made a massive impact on me. You living out your best life makes my life better. So I need you to go out there and do it now. I absolutely stinking love every single one of you. It is an honor to serve you with hashtag Rise and Grind, an absolute honor. So if you need more videos like this, you can go to glennlundy.com. If you need some Rise and Grind gear, you go to glennlundy.com. Of course, go subscribe on YouTube. You can catch all the videos on there. There's over 500 videos that we have on YouTube right now. But most importantly, will you do me a favor? Will you please come back here again tomorrow morning at 5:30 a.m. expectedly. Come back here again tomorrow morning at 5:30 a.m. We're going to do this all over again on hashtag Rise and Grind. Have an incredible day today, friends. Deuces.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Stay woke, stay woke, stay woke, stay woke. Hashtag Rise and Grind, hashtag Rise and